Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk you through my makeup routine, which is my daily makeup routine. Now, I do wear a lot of makeup. I love makeup. So if you are naturally blessed with beauty, I'm not quite sure this is a video for you. As you can see, we need to do a lot of work this morning. So I've already done my skincare. For those of you that don't know, this bruise is actually, I did Botox and fillers. Sorry, I did fillers, not Botox. So I've still got a bruise there and a bruise there as well. That's what that is. So I've done my skincare this morning. So I'm going to kick it off with a Revolution Ceramide primer. I don't know if you can see that behind my fake tan hand. So I've been using this just because I just picked it up a few weeks ago. I am just going to look in the mirror behind, so apologies if it's a bit weird. So I put quite a bit of that on. My skin is oily. I've got very open pores. I'm not blessed with nice skin, so great. I should have really put a clip in my hair, but let me just put a bit more up there. I don't know why, I've used my Clinique moisturizer, but it's not served me well. Okay, just whilst I let that dry, I'll just talk you through the foundation that I'm going to use. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. I don't know why I've got black all over my hands. This is in the shade 7 Neutral. Now, I've been using this for probably about a year and a half, maybe not 2 years, it's not that old. And then I did try, when I was on holiday in Thailand, the Luminous Silk Giorgio Armani, but I'll be honest, I didn't like it. So, right, let's get started on this. I may have to look in the mirror because looking in the viewfinder is a challenge. So yeah, like I said, I do wear a lot of makeup. I really do. I always have done, really. I've never had, like, just making sure I get the ears and all of that. I always have worn a lot of makeup. I think I've always enjoyed putting makeup on. You know, I've always been quite obsessed with makeup, and it took me to a place where I thought maybe I want to become a makeup artist, and I did look into that avenue when I was a lot younger, but just never pursued it. So I put it all down my neck because although I do wear fake tan, it's just not the same. You can see that this is I probably use about 3 pumps, one, roughly. And this foundation lasts me probably about 2 to 3 months. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so it's definitely a lot darker shade, and I do literally cover my whole face. This is just my makeup routine. It may not be for everybody, and I'm sure there's going to be people on here saying, oh, you've done that wrong, you've done that wrong. Well, I'm sure. Again, I'm not an expert. This is just what I have been doing on my face. This is just what I've learned over the past many years. I really should have put a clip in. This is where you can really see the difference in, we'll blend that later, in skin colour versus foundation. I do like to be, because if you can see, like, my hands not that far from this colour, it's just my face. I don't really fake tan it. I don't go out in the sun very much either because, you know, I'm quite careful with my skin. There we go. Okay, looking lovely and orange there. Okay, we'll just buff that through. Most importantly, sometimes I get to work and there'll be like weird lines like here with like no makeup on. Okay, and I'm using a beauty blender in case you didn't realise. Right, now I'm going to put on the Tarte concealer. This is Shape Tape Contour Concealer in shade Light. So again, I need to just come here. Now this, my God, you only have to put the, really, that's probably too much, the smallest amount ever. Because, and I've got, this was the Shape Tape blender that came with it. I'm actually going to use this mirror if you don't mind, just because it's close up. Normally I'm actually sat on like a little poof because that's just my little routine where I sit. I don't actually have a makeup desk. I'm not that bothered. I used to have one, but to be honest, when the light changes in the room, like this bedroom has got terrible lighting, it's awful. So I'm constantly moving around. And when you've got a desk that's set, I mean, what do you do with that? Right, I've just put that, and that obviously lightens up the foundation straight away, because straight away you are a lighter colour. So I just blend that in because it is super light, but it is really good. You can just see where I've put that there. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do now is probably going to put my blusher on. Should I do that now, or should I put my powder? No, I'm going to put my powder. Now, my powder at the moment, I've got a little bit of this Huda Beauty left in Banana Bread. So I am going to put, it's actually a baking powder, so I am going to put this on now. Itchy nose. I'm going to put this on now. The brushes that I've got are not very good. These are actually e.l.f. brushes. This is a Flawless face brush. I've had these for ages. So when I go back to the UK, I am going to invest in some more brushes, maybe the Morphe ones. But these will do for now. Okay, so we've put, actually that's not too bad. I was mixing my powder up between Huda Beauty and I've also got this Revolution one. I do not like the Revolution one at all. It's not very good. Okay, so now that's on, I'm going to use my blusher, which is a liquid blush. This is the NARS Orgasm Liquid Blush. And honestly, this is incredible. So I just use a little tiny pump and I'm just going to put it, I mean, I'm obsessed with this. I love a makeup look. So if you don't like that look, then again, maybe this is not for you. But this is just so nice. It's so girly. I put it here just to give myself some colour. Otherwise, if you look at this side, it just looks like I've dyed a little bit. So I do like a blush. You can see that bruise still. The things we do to ourselves is very bad. Now I'm doing this obviously with my finger. If anybody can recommend a better way, please do share. Because if I use a brush, it'll just mix in with the foundation and create some kind of, yeah, concoction. I'm just going to put a bit more on. It is buildable. And it's very creamy. So I always put this on after the powder because I don't want to like tone it down. I want it to glow. I do put it on my nose. There we go. That's my blusher done. Sometimes we do go back to that. Oh, I tell you something else I've been using. The Rodial Banana Lowlighter. It's just one colour. And this is actually really good as a concealer. I forgot to mention that. Right, for the bronzer, I've got various things. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer, airbrush bronzer in medium. I think we all know that's quite good. But today I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty. You can see how my makeup's all so lovely and clean. Rare Beauty bronzer stick, and this is in Happy Sol. It sticks like that. Just look in the mirror. So I do it like that. Apologies, just trying to focus. And then we'll do a little bit here. Oh, messed that up a little bit, but it's okay. Right, now, where is my... I use the other end of the beauty blender. And just excuse me whilst I just blend that in. I don't put, obviously this makeup I'm wearing for work. If I'm doing like a night out, maybe I would do like forehead and things, but it's just, this is just a simple, it's heavy as hell, but it's a simpler work makeup. I don't want to do, like, I could do all sorts of contouring, like I say I can try to do, but obviously I want to, I'm time conscious, and I see that bruise there kind of ruins the vibe, but okay. That's my bronzer done. Sometimes I'll bronze this if I haven't put like foundation on and stuff, so that's fine. Right, now I'm going to do my lipstick. So here I usually use the Refi lip liner, but I actually ran out and they don't sell it here in UAE. So I'm actually using the NYX matte lip liner, and it is in shade Cans. Looks like that. Let's hope this is sharp. So the Refi, I don't know why, but Refi is just amazing. I don't know why. The stick, how it is, oh my god, it's just so... it's just so good. So nothing compares to that, I'll be honest. I don't know what shade I get it in. I want to say like taupe, or... I'm not sure though. Okay. That's my lip liner. And then I'm going to put on, because it fades. When I brought this, I was like, hell no, this is too dark. But this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in shade Istanbul. Like I say, when I first got this, I was like, what the hell have I brought here? I just put it there. You have to trust the process. And there. So I just put this on in the morning, and then I kind of like top up, maybe like throughout the day, a little bit. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my highlighter on, now that everything's sort of set and settled. I have got various highlighters. I've got, honestly, all different ones. Like I've got this Rodial one, which is good. This is concealing highlighter. What else have I got? Oh, I've got a few. Oh, I've got this I don't know how to pronounce it, Guerlain one as well. But I'm actually going to use this Sai in a tube. It's not the friendliest, because you have to literally, like, it's like toothpaste. And I can't explain, but man, it's not easy. So I'm just going to put it here, but again, it's like it takes quite a lot to get it out. So I'm just going to put it down here, and then somehow, not with my blusher finger, but I'm having to look. That's the problem with using your fingers. Okay. Yeah, you can see I'm using my hands quite a bit, but I think you kind of have to with these things, because if you use a brush, everything blends, you know, too much. Okay. That's quite nice. Just bob a bit on the end of my nose. Okay, makeup's coming along. Gosh, it's quite scary, isn't it, when you look at yourself without makeup, just for me. Right. I'm now going to use I'm going to do my eyebrows now. Eyebrows are going to take some time and concentration, so bear with me. I'm going to use the MAC, it's nearly run out, MAC Cosmetics brow pencil this is in taupe. So I'm going to start with that, and all I do is draw a base with the pencil. I've probably got too much highlighter in my eyebrow area. But I draw a base with my pencil. And so that I can draw some nice lines. That's the only way I can explain how people sometimes ask me, how do you do? Because I say like I've got no eyebrows. I'm like a mole. And people are like, but you've got loads of eyebrow. How do you do? And I can't explain. I don't even know how I got, because I used to just do this. So I used to go to work and this was my eyebrow, basically. It was just filled in with this pencil. But, what is that? And I'll be honest, I wanted a bit more of a dramatic look. Like this just looks like pencil filled brows. They never look the same though. That's the only challenge. So I am thinking about, before I go to London, I am going to get them dyed, just so it's a bit of a guide, a better guide for me to use. Now I'm going to use this NYX brow tint pen in espresso. This is the best thing ever. I cannot describe how much I love this pen. It's super cheap. I think it's like 40 dirhams, which is like £6 or something. So all I do is basically draw a hairline, and I'm just going over it as if I was brushing all different lengths, so that it doesn't look fake. Although I'm sure people look at my eyebrow and go, what the hell is that? But I like it, and that's all that matters. It's how you feel, and if you feel confident with it, then that's it, isn't it? So I just draw mostly closest to, can you just see there the difference? So that's like the plain one, and that's the one with the fine lines and everything. This has the capability of going so wrong, but you can always, you know, correct and start again. So that'll do for today, that eyebrow. I'm going to do the other one. The challenge with eyebrows is that they just never match, and I think that's why I need this guide, because I've literally got nothing to go off. I'm literally drawing my eyebrows on from scratch. I'd love to be one of those girls that had lovely bushy eyebrows and had to get them like when they do that string thing. And I mean, I've just got nothing. I've literally got no eyebrow at all. Same with my eyelashes though. It's like there's just nothing. Now this one's not gone as well. I feel like I'm running out of, so maybe this pen I need to replace, which I do have to replace these pens once every 6 weeks, I would say. Just because I do use it every day. I would say my eyebrows are what take the longest. Just because I do keep, as you can see, I do keep going over them and trying Look, like that one goes up, that one doesn't. Trying to get them exactly the same. Now you could say, oh, why don't you have them microbladed? Well, yeah, I could do. I could have them microbladed, but I don't want that feeling of having something go wrong and just not love it. So that's kind of why I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to draw them on. Because I know a lot of people who've had them, a lot of people had them like tattooed and things, and it all went wrong, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that. That one's looking darker, but I think it's because of the light, because I've obviously got a window here. So it does look a bit darker than the other one, but okay. We may have to come back to this, but it'll do for now. See, I told you this is what takes the longest. So we'll just leave it for now. To me, and the mirror behind, it looks even, but here's just one weirdo. This also nearly run out of this. This is the MAC eyeliner. I don't actually know. It's in Smolder, eye kohl. I've always just used this. So I just run it very finely. You've got to make sure that it's sharpened, because that wood has just stabbed me in the eye, even though it's sharp. That's the annoying thing about this. Why do we always have to pull that face when we're doing our makeup? I don't know. The challenge here for me is that I've still got 1 or 2 eyelash extensions in, and it's driving me bonkers because they won't come out. I can't pull them out because it'll pull my own eyelash out. Palette is the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. I don't think it has a name. Ultimate Nudes. Nudie. So we're just going to start with a base colour. Let me find a nice brush. We'll use this Smashbox brush. I'm just going to pick, can you see? I'm just going to pick something, what do we pick? Something like this colour, it's quite light, to do a full base on my eyelid. So I'm just going to put that, and I do that all the way up to the eyebrow practically. I leave like a small line just to get it rocking and rolling. This is an art, this is an work of art, this is a process. So I take it all the way into the creases, and I try and do it so it goes like that, just so then when I put the darker colour on the main base, it doesn't look as fakey. So do the other eye. I'm actually a dark eyeshadow kind of girl. I love browns, and they never really do like a nice brown. But yeah, just go over this again, just because you can just see dogs. I just realised dog legs in the background there. Oh yeah, I mean, I've just realised this is taking me 24 minutes. I'm like, really? Is this how long it takes me to do makeup in the morning? Ever lightly, I'm always late for work. I'm just trying to get into the light because there you can see the eyebrows are the same shade. It's because it's the light on the camera. Okay, so I've put that base on. I'm now going to go for something a little bit darker. If you can see, I've just flicked up a load of, probably between these two. So I put this just on the eyelid itself, the main lid. The only challenge when I do this is I always drop loads of eyeshadow here, which is why maybe most people do their eyes first, which I get that. I do actually understand that, but I still doesn't mean that I listen and anything. So you can see the difference. It's more pinky, it's more brown. So I just love brown. I don't know why. It just, maybe because I've got blue eyes, blue and brown. I don't know, it just seems to, I suppose like brown and green does as well though. I suppose if you've got brown eyes, brown doesn't make sense because you want something to make your eyes pop. But for me, having blue eyes, I just love it. I do. I've always, to be honest, I went through a phase of only wearing just like a plain base of brown. I never used to do this layering, but I quite like it now. I've got used to it. Okay, that's eyeshadow on. I am just going to get my Shape Tape, just get rid of any of that. It's actually quite good to go back over with the concealer, just so that it's like a double whammy. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is with the darker brown colour that I've just used on my base, I'm just gonna put some on a little tip brush there, and I'm just gonna do under, you can see I'm just going under my eye. This makes my eyes pop. It works for me. It's sometimes nice to use a bronzer here as well. In fact, I love using bronzer. This just makes your eyes big. So I would highly, God, look how bad that mirror is. How dirty that mirror is. I do clean my makeup, honestly. Not today. Clearly, I've obviously put effort in on the cleaning for this video. So I do that. I try and make sure that they balance. Again, it's all about with the eyes balancing. Gosh, I can't wait to do my Botox. And then I'm just checking now, because again, this one looks darker. This eye wants to be the darker one. I can just tell. So I'm just gonna do a bit of balancing because I think she's higher with the darkness than that one. Let me get my blender brush. Blend her out a little bit. She's gone a bit wild. And yeah. Okay, we're looking more human now, aren't we? It's a bit of a disaster here, but it's okay. We live, we move. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my eyeliner. I've actually got a new eyeliner, but I won't use it today, but it's the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes. So I'm going to try that maybe tomorrow because this is running out, but I'll use this for the sake of now. This is the Revolution black liquid eyeliner, let's just call him that. So I'm just going to do this, and again we get to the concentration phase like the eyebrows. So I'm just going to draw a line, just a normal line across as best I can. So you can see it's just a line, nothing there, just a line. And then let me dip it back in because it's nearly running out. It's not been the best. I maybe wouldn't recommend this, but. And as you can see, I've just drawn a line straight up to my eyebrow. See, this is where I can't talk. Why is that? Why is that I can't, even if I'm on the phone doing my makeup, I'm like, don't speak to me. So you can see that I'm just building, but I really need to change this. I'm getting lower and lower in my seat. I'm like, ah, my mouth cannot, it has to be open. I'm just, it's about having patience. And listen, I'm not an artist, I'm useless at like drawing and stuff, so I'm sure if you are that type, this must be so easy. Right, one of the dogs is waiting to come in, so let me just let him in and I'll come back and do the other one. Okay, so the dog stood outside, looked at me and walked away, so you might see him come in a minute. I'm just gonna do the other eye. Again, I start with a line. And remember, I am not good at this. Like, I'm sure this is why I couldn't have been a makeup artist, because I do think you've got to be arty. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm being unfair there with that comment, but I've just learned to get by. Now, again, we're going to struggle with getting this. Oh God, I think I've done that wrong, but you just have to go for it. I mean, I would say you go for it and then you can start again, but I don't know if I could face doing that eye again. I don't think it helps that that I need to change this eyeliner. So yeah, let me just try and, gosh, I bet this is thrilling. Fast-paced makeup viewing. Wow, I look like I'm about to take off here. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much done. I'm just smoothing out the line. Now I'm gonna have to make this one bigger because that one's bigger, but we're there. So this is the last I'll be using of this eyeliner. But it's taking shape. Makeup is taking shape. Whilst that's drying, I'm just going to put on some Refine. It's called Water-Based Powder Skin Finish. This, if you've got open pores, you will love this product. Let me get another different beauty blender. I get a beauty blender. It's like a blurring, like, I can't explain. And I put it in my like T-zone. And guys, it's incredible. It's beautiful. I would highly recommend that. I wouldn't use it as like a main powder, but it's maybe something you can take out with you and blur your skin with it. Right, now we're just gonna put a bit of mascara on. This is the Tarte Light Camera Lashes. I got this in a set actually, 3 Tarte mascaras when I was in the US. So I'm just gonna coat top and bottom. Maybe that's wrong, maybe I should dye my eyelashes, but there we go. And then I'm gonna do bottom lash. Pull that face again, I don't know why. Bottom lash done just a little bit. I haven't got much lashes, as I say, so this is not going to look very impactful, but it's just so it gives also, when I put my false eyelash on, it gives it a, oh my God, those extensions, eyelash extensions are driving me nuts. You just see there's like one random extension. Okay. How do you pull his face like that? I just don't know. Okay, right, now we're going for these bad boys. I am an eyelash extension wearer. I absolutely love eyelashes. Now, the ones I'm going to put on today are the ones that I've worn last week because I just don't want to waste anything. My opinion on these, I love them, but they're very, very, very big. So, in all honesty, I may not buy these again. Just because, like, when I'm at work, I think people are looking at me like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Because they look really huge. Let me sit normal. I keep looking at myself. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder again because it's a bad habit. So these are the lashes. They are huge. They are Pinky Goat, and you can reuse them for like 15 times. So it is pretty incredible. And I'm gonna glue them on with the Huda Beauty lash glue. This is the best, it's waterproof, everything. So even if you are crying, or hopefully not, but if you do, these are the ones that will stay on. It's the best. The other Huda Beauty glue, which is the clear one, never ever get that in your life. That is the best tip I can give you on that one, because the clear one, it's like that fly paper. Everything sticks to it, including your hair. It's evil. It's evil stuff. So I've just put a little coating on the edge. I'm gonna just let that dry for a minute. I'll just get my mirror. And then what I do is, I typically just bend it so it's easier to manipulate. So I kind of just, if you can see what I'm doing there, just so it is already bendy. And then I have to position you. Now you can use tools for this. The little like eyelash curler type tweezery thing, but I don't. So I've just put him on there. Looks quite scary like that angle. But we let him dry a minute, we let him settle, and you'll see the results momentarily. Then the other one, whilst that's drying, because you kind of want, it does take about 10 minutes to properly dry, I would say. So you don't want to be like moving it too much, because you almost want it to stick, and then you can move it afterwards. I mean, these are just my top tips. I wear false eyelashes every single day, so I would like to think of myself as a bit of a connoisseur in eyelash extensions. Now, sorry, in fake eyelashes. The Huda Beauty eyelashes are also totally amazing. They are really, really amazing. However, the Pinky Goat ones are just a little bit cheaper. Yeah, they're a lot cheaper. You can probably get 2.5 packs of Pinky Goat to one Huda Beauty. The Huda Beauty is lovely though, so if you have got a special occasion, I would recommend the Huda Beauty. I've not brought Huda Beauty for a while, simply because I've had no special occasion. But I do like the Huda Beauty, so I'm completely blocking that, but it was needed to be able to put it on. What's hindering me on this one is the individual lash extensions that still haven't dropped off, kind of getting in the way. Now, if you ask me, does this affect your vision? No, you get used to it. I think if you've never worn lashes, you should not go in with huge ones like this straight away, because I think it would be quite difficult to, we'll let that dry, we'll have a cup of tea. I think it would be difficult to go straight in from no lash to this lash. So now you can see, I look like I'm going on a night out, but that's okay. Right, to finish up the look, I'm just going to bronze up the old ear roll. This has got the Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer on, just to make sure that, you know, I'm looking. I will do a little bit up there. Gosh, Baldy Pop eye hairline. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm going to get my face fixer. I'm just gonna check. So now it's just a case of pushing them together so that your eyelash, if you can see what I'm doing there, your eyelash is clamped on to that. Woo. Okay, I've got the MAC Fix It spray. It's like a cherry blossom one. I don't always use the Fix It spray, to be honest, but this one's got a bit of a shine, so I'm sure I'm going to regret that actually. It like leaves like a big old shine. And to be honest, that's it. All I'll do when I get downstairs is put a little bit of Laneige, is it? Lip gloss. They've got like it in tube form, and I'll just put that on my lips throughout the day. But I actually think, I mean, I've not done my hair. I actually think, if you can just see, it's really nice. So that is my full work makeup look, although to be honest, for most people this would be a night out. And to be fair, I say it's my work makeup look, I would probably wear exactly the same for a night out. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions about product, anything like that, anything at all, just drop a comment. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next one.